Apps can do a lot of cool things. You could order dinner, gamble on your favorite team, and track your health. You could even get a mortgage. One click and you can be approved. I'm not sure by who or what country they're in. You deserve more from the mortgage industry. At AnyMac Home Mortgage, we believe in the need for live human interaction during a very complex process. The kind of service and guidance which an app simply can't provide. Our customers are more than credit scores and income documents. They're individuals and families who live in and strengthen our communities. Their story is our story, and that story begins in a home. Chris Sawyer is an expert on providing superior customer service and in meeting the mortgage needs of current and future homebuyers. With over 18 years of experience in the industry, Chris is able to help customers migrate through the home buying and home financing process by using his wealth of knowledge as a well-qualified mortgage professional. And best of all, Chris is located in Cromwell, Connecticut, where he has helped hundreds of clients in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island make their dreams of homeownership a reality. Visit chrissawyer.any-mac.com. Email him at csawyer@any-mac.com or give him a call, 860-878-8730.
Chris Sawyer, NMLS number 39345, corporate NMLS number 338923. AnyMac Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender. American Neighborhood Mortgage Acceptance Company, LLC. DBA AnyMac Home Mortgage. Go-Fi Direct. Connecticut First Mortgage Correspondent. License Lender. Broker number ML 338923. Massachusetts Mortgage Lender and Mortgage Broker License number MC 338923. Rhode Island License Lender. License number 201128110L. Call for additional details.
Line, play action as Jones fires downfield. Slayton makes the catch. Hands it off to Barkley. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Giants. Heineke again under pressure. He was hit as he got rid of it. Question is, was the arm moving forward? Rule the fumble. Giants recover. The fake to Barkley. Jones throws, end zone, touchdown.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drawing About the G-Men. I'm Big Jace, running solo again this week. But let's dive right into it. We got a lot to talk about. Giants, Commanders, the tie for 20. The big we'll work backwards here. My main big talking point with this, Dable playing for a tie. I was not liking some of the decision-making by Dable. Obviously, punting it, playing for the tie there, especially when you're at like the 50-yard line, like you're at 4-down territory. Go for it on fourth. Go for the win. Playing for a tie. Like, you're not Joe Judge. You're not Pat Shurmur. You're not Ben McAdoo. A tie this late in the season won't save your job. If that were Joe Judge and he had a tie, he might have saved his job. You aren't Joe Judge. We expect more from you, Dable. And also at home, road game, like – what I've noticed, the Giants, especially the past couple weeks, look at the Lions game. Now look at this game. They typical look-ahead games. You obviously had the big Thanksgiving clash, looking ahead with the Lions, looking ahead towards the Cowboys. Now you have this. You're lucky you got away with the tie, but come on, you just got to be better than that. Daniel Jones played great, phenomenal. Really, really accurate. He was so good, and I'm still gonna critique him a little bit here. Most of my criticism is going towards Dable because that playing for a tie was he's on the bad list for me right now. But Daniel Jones is playing great, very accurate, very getting the ball to where he needed to be. But in that before the end of regulation drive, before taking the knee at the end of regulation, that last drive when you had an ability to do something, forcing it to Darius Slayton is not good enough. And that also goes on Dable. I think you have to be able it was before the 2-minute warning. You had a little bit of time there. You could have ran the football, and especially the drives prior to that, during the passing drives, like when the Commanders were thinking you were going to throw the ball down the field, you're having success with the run game. Saquon Barkley needs more carries. Only, 11? Not good enough, or 18? Not good enough. The Giants are 2-4-1 when Saquon is 2-4-1 now. When Saquon gets 20 or fewer carries, that's not good. He's a workhorse. You need to be working him, and that sets up Daniel Jones. You don't have the pressure for Daniel Jones to make a play down the field like those two Darius Darius Slayton targets in the fourth quarter. Set up the run, set up the play action, get Daniel Jones, get the offense running a little bit more before you start having Daniel Jones take some shots. And lastly, let's look at the defense. Obviously, we know the secondary is a problem. Curtis Samuel have like a revive game. That game that was hard to watch. Yeah, Terry McLaurin was playing phenomenal. A bunch of missed tackles here and there in the secondary. But the D-line's good enough, and the D-line's good enough to cover up some of those glaring weaknesses and help fix some of those problems. But, I mean, the interior guys, Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence, they're playing great. They're stopping the run. They're containing the inside. But with that being said, I said it last week with Kayvon Thibodeau. Azeez Ojulari came in, had a big play. You saw the forced fumble. But you need to be a game wrecker, I think. For the Giants to be an actual contender, one of those guys needs to evolve and impact the game more. So Kayvon Thibodeau's only sack was because he wasn't getting blocked at all. They're getting pressure, but I don't know. They need to get there quicker. They need to something needs to happen. They're getting the pressure, but it seems like every quarterback, Taylor Heineke, I mean, last week with the Cowboys, Dak was getting it out quick, but like, how can Taylor Heineke do the same thing? I understand 4 sacks, that's good this game, but the pressure, like, that's how this defense is going to win and be dominant. If you can just get constant pressure on the quarterback, make him influence him, make him make some bad plays, but one of those two, Azeez Ojulari or Kayvon Thibodeau, needs to be a game wrecker for that to happen. Needs to be on the level of Micah Parsons, T.J. Watt, Nick Bosa, that type of player. And I think they have it in them. I want to see it sooner rather than later, but I think one of them can develop into that, if not both. And from the Giants' playoff runs, what happens when you have 2 elite pass rushers on that defense. So I need to see a little bit more of them. I need to see them be more active, impacting the game a little bit more. Like I said last week, right now they're really good at being okay. They're good players. I need them to be great. Take that next step. Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeau, I'm calling you out. All right, enough about the tie. This is going to be a big game. I love it. This is a textbook battle in the trenches game. Giants versus the 11-1 Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, Eagles coming off a big game against Tennessee. A.J. Brown got the Tennessee GM fired. A.J. Brown's playing great. Jalen Hurts, obviously MVP. But the big question is, how do the Giants beat the Eagles? How do they give them that second loss? And like I said off the top of this is a battle in the trenches game. Giants D-line against a great Eagles O-line, and same thing on the other end. Can the Giants O-line contain the Eagles D-line? It's going to be me as a former lineman, me who loves the battle in the trenches, me who loves watching O-line and D-line go at it. This is going to be a very, very fun game to watch. But my keys to victory for the Giants, starting off, get pressure on Jalen Hurts, like what I was talking about with Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeau. Get to him and get to him early. You need to get to him quick because you don't want him to be able to make those plays with his legs. Extend the plays. Just wait for the ticking time bomb that is A.J. Brown to eventually get open. You need to get to him quick, and also he can obviously take off running. And with that being said, you also have to stop the run game because obviously that's going to be rough. And you have the tools, the big guys on the O-line, on the D-line, but Jason Kelsey, all these great – the Eagles have one of the best O-lines, and they've had one of the best O-lines for a long, long time now. But this Giants D-line is one that should be able to compete with them and should be able to make them falter. So I'm excited to see that. That defense is, like I just said when I was recapping the Commanders game with Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeau, the Giants defense starts at the D-line. Once that gets going, once you can get pressure on Jalen Hurts, make him make some bad throws. Maybe that secondary, even though it is banged up and it isn't great, maybe they can make some plays off of that. And then obviously, with that being said, secondary, next bullet point, how did the Giants beat the Eagles? Slow down A.J. Brown. You're not going to be able to stop him. It sucks to say as a Giants fan, no one in that secondary is on the level of A.J. Brown, can get to A.J. Brown. So Wink Martindale is going to have to draw some stuff up, get some stuff going in the secondary, and draw some stuff up with the blitzes, like I mentioned earlier, get pressure on Jalen Hurts. But it's going to be tough. You're going to have to slow him down, but you cannot stop him. You can't stop A.J. Brown. He's just a beast. Now, next, looking at the offensive side of the ball, this game's all about the O-line. Daniel Jones had a great game last week, even though they tied. He's the guy. Things are looking good for Daniel Jones right now. You need to establish sorry about that. You need to establish the run and set up the play action. Don't put the game on Daniel Jones's shoulders from the get-go. Alleviate that pressure. And with that being said, you're going to have to establish the run. So it's going to be on the O-line. Evan Neal, Andrew Thomas. Those bookends are going to have to get it going. And the interior is rough, and that's where the Eagles D-line really shines, is that interior. Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, beast, and then you obviously have Robert Quinn on the outside. Like this is a tough team to go against. So it's going to be hard, but I think the Giants are game. I think they can do it. It's all going to be on that D and O line, and give Daniel Jones enough time to make some plays. Give Saquon Barkley the holes to make some plays on his feet as well, and the Giants offense can get it going. With that being said, also the defense is going to have to slow down Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. You're going to have to slow him down. Obviously, that run game as well. It's going to be a fun game. The Giants are going to come to play. The Giants play teams close always. There have been a couple letdowns, especially the Lions one was a big one, and then obviously the Seattle game. But I think the Giants will. This is at MetLife, at home. The Giants keep it competitive in division, rivalry game. I think it's going to be close. And if the Giants can keep it close, they have a chance to win in the fourth quarter. As we've seen in the past, Daniel Jones has shown he can do that. So the Giants have a chance to win this game. Will they? I want to be putting money on it, but I'm going to root for it. I'm going to pick the Giants, get it done. But you're going to have to be able to score. You're going to have to keep up with the offense of the Eagles, because they're going to be able to score, and the Giants are going to have to be able to score too, and not just field goals. But all right, that's going to do it for John About the G-Men this week. Make sure you like us on Facebook, John About the G-Men. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube as well, John About the G-Men as well. And also, we are on any podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Wherever you find podcasts, you can find John About the G-Men. So make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast platform as well. Make sure you check out clovercrestmedia.com for a bunch more information about this podcast and a bunch of other great podcasts too. I'm Big Jace, and I'll see you next week for more John About the G-Men. Take care, everyone.
Line play action as Jones fires downfield. Slayton makes the catch. Hands it off to Barkley. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Heineke again under pressure. He was hit as he got rid of it. Question is, was the arm moving forward? Ruled a fumble. Giants recover. The fake to Barkley. Jones throws. End zone. Touchdown.
Hello, my name is Joe Aguirre. I'm the president of Clovercrest Media Group. And here at CMG, we have a wide variety of podcasts, including sports shows like Keys to the City, The Roll Call, Throwing Jabs, All Four Downs, and Jawing About the G-Men. And great true crime shows like Sticky Week, Crimes and Consequences, Ivy League Murders, and Burn, the unsolved murder of David Eichmann. You can find all these podcasts and so much more by visiting clovercrestmedia.com.